Hey folks, it's Maxwell here and welcome to another episode of 21st Century Wrestling, the best of British wrestling, our TV show. It's not been a great introduction so far. We've had a 69 and a 65 rated show. We've obviously had our pay-per-view there, which I thought was okay, maybe not enough hot storylines. But we'll start to debut some new characters. We'll hopefully have enough hot segments and hot storylines that we won't be penalised, and hopefully we don't get kicked off UK Broadcasting Prime. We're finally here. It is finally the full edition of the game, and let's see if we can start to really kick on, because obviously the achievements are here, so we can attack them as well. So sit back, relax and enjoy the road to the World War, starting with the best of British wrestling. So we're back in Southern England and we've got a nice little 6,000 sellout here, so that's good to see. And we start the show first joined by Tommy Cornell, and then we're joined by the newest member of 21st Century Wrestling, the debutant from the main event at the Steel Cage Challenge, and that is of course Jack Bruce. So Tommy Cornell says, "What can I say, ladies and gentlemen, the final run of my career. And look who decided to show up and join in the fun." And he passes it over Jack Bruce straight away. "That's right, baby. I'm here to rock on in 21st Century Wrestling. Like you, I'm on my fun, journey. But I'm here to have a good time, put on some kick-ass matches for the fans, and to take this company to the top. And to do that, we've got to end the House of Business. So I'm going to be as forward as I can be tonight. Yuri Ilikov has been assigned as my opponent. But myself, I've put Cornell, Matravers, we're going to find some partners, because we go to war at World War and we're going to burn the house down." So basically setting up for like a Survivor Series style matchup. You're going to see the House of Business on one side, and then it'll be Tommy Cornell, Adam Matravers, Jack Bruce, and we'll find some partners in the next couple of weeks. So looking forward to that one. Storyline advance for the segment, Tommy Cornell and Jack Bruce both improvising well, and the segment rating was a 78. Will I ever see anything other than crowd heat is simmering? Remains to be seen as well. Moving forward, our first action of the night was a bout that had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, as Sebastian Collar defeated Brickhouse Balder in 5:41 with the Hamburg Rock City. 49, a 56 and a 54 overall here. We can see here Collar with his second victory, a 58. Balder only a 39, so he's maybe someone we need to work on. What I've noticed with the 21st Century Wrestling is they have a couple of guys that are quite over. There's a lot that are kind of like at 50, 60 over range in the UK. Not too many with great skill sets. There's a lot of good brawlers, a lot of youngsters as well. I think a lot of them are kind of averaging the kind of 21 to 27 age bracket. But yeah, there's a lot to work with, but it's getting people to the main event slot to carry us, basically. Next up, we have a few words from Sebastian Collar as he gets them off his chest. It is another win for the rockstar Sebastian Collar. Now, I saw last Saturday that the UK champion War Machine continues to issue open challenges. Well, with this win, I am putting my name forward. Don't be scared, War Machine. So he's calling out the UK champion. For some reason, I look at Sebastian Collar and all I can think is Alex Wright. So that was the base of the promo, because we had a few of those in the WCW games back in the day. But yeah, 69 for the segment rating. The Collaring War storyline has started with a segment, and he enjoyed the freedom going off script. I hope that makes a hot angle. If it doesn't, that's not good. In a terrible matchup, Alton Vicious defeated Evan Alpas in 8-12 with the Vicious Snap, utilising a few guys I hadn't really used before, just to see what they're all about here. Vicious with a 56 and a 36 for Alpas, 46, 42, 51 overall. So it looks like Cliff King is going to be helping Alpas as part of the Kingsmen, but yeah, a lot to go in his development. We then had a little video backstage, and this was with the three-man army. It is Mark Adonis who leads the words because he had the superior promo skills here. And he basically says, this war isn't over, we are the free man army, and you guys got lucky on Saturday, but that luck will end will we take over. There's so many typos there, that's why I just kind of use it as notes and try and go for them. But I'd continue the feud anyway between Beast Bantam, Mark Adonis, Mass Hulk, and Ricky Storm and Sifu. It has lost a bit of heat, so it's worrying that it's going to be a cold segment. But 54 overall. As I say, we just have to utilise our undercard and start developing these talents against each other. More action in the tag division and a decent matchup here. Darren Flynn and B Boulder defeated Luke Cool and Philip Cooper. Cool. In 907 when Darren Flynn submitted Philip Cooper with a prodigal pressure. 57-58, but just a 51 overall. And it was basically trying to get a bit more depth in our tag division. Kind of introducing a lot of people to these as well. We then cut backstage where we see Tommy Cornell alongside his protege, Reese Pendragon. Reese says, Tommy, I'm back. It was tricky to miss the pay-per-view, but I just want to get some revenge and I want to get my hands on the House of Business for what they did to me. Reese, are you sure you're 100%? They are no mean joke. They are a truly dangerous men who will seek to end your career and all that fantastic potential that you have. Reese says, to fulfill my potential, I have to push myself to a limit. It starts tonight. I've spoke to Nova and I will take on BW Eddie. To which he replies, be careful, man. I worry about you. So utilising the protege here to see if we can get him over quickly. But 59 just for the segment. He was underwhelming and everything else was quite good there from Tommy Cornell, but Reese Pendragon clearly enjoyed having the freedom of going off script. Next up, a decent matchup. Landon Mallory defeated Andrew Lee in 5:46 with a Springbok Ram, a 59, a 56, a 60 here, utilising the South African Superman and following up on the vignette that we had previously for him. Next up, coming soon to 21st Century Wrestling from the depths of hell comes the psychotic luchador El Demonisco, here to freshen up 21st Century Wrestling and add a bit of aerial skills from Mexico. Someone we were able to bring in, obviously no overness within the UK, given as our first zero segment of the save, but he has to be on television to be recognised to get an overness, so he'll take a wee good few vignettes just to get him in a position where someone will actually want to put him over. He debuts his evil incarnate gimmick and it got an initial rating of great. I think we're going to see a lot of this. People will like no overness to start with, so we need to see if this is a winning method or if we have to go with other methods to get them over. I don't want him coming in and then losing, looking good in defeat, and then before you know it, they're a 0-10 record. Next up, terrible matchup. BW Eddie defeated Reese Pendragon in 8:22 with the explosion suplex. This was our storytelling match of the day. Obviously, Reese is a massive development prospect, and well, BW Eddie refused to put him over. So 45, 40, and 52. We kept it as an open match to kind of protect Reese a little bit. But hopefully, as I say, he can gain over on us just being in segments with obviously the House of Business and Tommy Cornell. We're going to have a little segment here, which is going to improve our tag division. Hellbound are backstage, and it is Jonathan Faust who is going to give us some words, obviously talking about his men, Blackheart, Gravedigger, and Ruin, and they have a little promo for Kelly and Lance Martin. Remember one, remember all. Not just I, Jonathan Faust, will take over 21st Century Wrestling, but all together, all four of us, Hellbound, are going to take this company with us. So tonight, let me put you all on notice, especially within our tag division. The bond and alliance between Blackheart and Gravedigger is stronger than anything else we have witnessed here. It will be only a matter of time before they run through and demolish every team here, and they will end up with gold. First up, Lance, Kelly, it's you boys. So apologies if like some of the segments sound very similar, but it'll take me a while just to differentiate characters and hopefully go from there. So segment rating was a 64, tag division advanced and gained heat, and Jonathan Faust enjoyed going off script. Also, I think Blackheart's like 20. How? That's all I can say there. Especially with the face tattoo. It's a bold choice at that age, but we'll see how that goes. Then moved on to a decent matchup here as Tommy Cornell took on Doomsday from the House of Business. And in this one, it was Tommy Cornell winning in 7:44 with the guilt trip. 61 for the wrestling, 64 for the crowd, 67 for the segment. You can see that Tommy Cornell's performance way better than Doomsday, but they did have good chemistry together, and it extended the taking care of business storyline. Then cut backstage with a little segment here, 78, so that's good for us. We basically see Rolly Muckletruck working out. He's had a good victory against Bedlam, but out of nowhere he gets assaulted, he gets blindsided by Bedlam, and it is literally Bedlam backstage as he's found a pipe and he just continually keeps smacking Rolly down with it and basically beating him down with this weapon. And he replies, "You think you saw the end of me, Rolly? No, you just pissed me off. This is not over until I say it's over." So the segment progressed the story, absolute bedlam, and it gained heat. I don't want to break them away from each other after just one match. I think we can make this a kind of series. So hopefully we can do that and aid their development. We had a little promo from Forrest Charmer, and he says, "Can you believe the disrespect I got last week from Wade Orson? That was meant to be the Forrest Charmer show, and he ruined it. That guy's supposed to be an ambassador for our company. He's supposed to help the next generation go forward and take this company to new heights. Well, it's sad for me to say the chap's days are numbered. I'm going to take you out, man. I'm going to take you out tonight." So the future is now storyline advances, just a 40 rated segment. Obviously, just try to get him over. But I've put him in that storyline to see if we can maybe move over some of the overness to him and give us a proper up-and-comer. And the match itself was decent. Wade Orson defeats Forrest Charmer in 12:29 with a bounce back. 58 for the wrestling, 53 crowd, 66 segment. This advanced the storyline. Wade shone in the match. 83 played a 32 in-ring performance. So my idea here is hopefully even just being in the ring and being in the spotlight can get Forrest over and defeat. If not, it's fine. We'll just need to utilise him as a promo side and let Wade and Lee Burton do their thing. Then have a short 2-minute segment here as Jack Bruce prepares to make his entrance. We see Edward Cornell join the commentary table. So he's going to look at this one. Segment was a 75 and the storyline advances but loses a bit of heat. And we finish the show. Oh dear. I think we're losing pop here. But had some good heat and decent wrestling. Jack Bruce defeated Yuri Alikov in 11:49 with a New York minute. Despite the wrestling being a 63, despite the crowd being a 75, we only deliver a 57 segment. And yeah, not great. But as I say, as a win for Jack Bruce, it was the one I thought his debut in singles competition, you should probably make that the main event. But yeah, I don't think a promo is going to save us here. I think we might lose pop, and we could be in danger very early of our television deal. Eek. And that is the case. The show lost its popularity in the UK. We're still not under the threshold of dropping a size, but I think our TV company might be willing to part with us very, very soon. So that could be worrying. We might need to move on to another network. But the good thing is I'm owner in this, so we can't really get fired. So it'll be a quick rush for another network and go from there, hopefully. Or maybe even need to build our own. But we do increase popularity everywhere else. There's still not enough hot storylines. It's annoying, so I've got 6 storylines. I'm still trying to get my hand around people, building stuff in the lower card, etc. But apparently not enough of them are hot. So it might have an actual unfortunate balance where we could have 4 that are hot from 6 storylines, and you need 5. Not for this shambles to happen. But anyway, back to the drawing board, on to next week's show, next Thursday the 27th of January, continuing the run to World War. Any tips for 21st century wrestling are much appreciated. It might be a lot of pain because industry and the economy within the UK and this is quite poor as well, which I don't think's helping. But we're going to fight this. Bring it on, TEW, bring it on. But take it easy, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you soon for the next episode. Bye-bye.